Good morning. It's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, otherwise known as Black Friday here in the U.S. It's really windy outside. It started blowing really good last night. It's been wreaking havoc on my allergies. Oh, man. So at any rate, yeah, I've got some stuff I need to get done today, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just built basically a shooting table. These marks on this white foam core board are 8.5 inches wide by 11 inches tall, which is this first mark here. And then this mark here is 8.5 inches by 14 inches. And basically the idea is to take a camera and place it overhead. This is for digitizing documents and that sort of thing. Take a camera, place it overhead, and shoot it with a flash in like an umbrella or a large softbox, possibly over here to the side. Arrange somehow to where you get a nice broad even light so that you can digitize the documents. I was doing some calculations, and even the 18 megapixel sensor in this T3i and in my SL1, if I fill the frame up to where this 14 inches is at the edge of the frame, and this is in the right edge of the frame, and this is in the bottom edge of the frame, I'm still shooting over 300 dpi any documents that I lay here in this area. And that in theory should give me significantly better digitization of documents than my scanner. So I have a scanner here, this Canon multifunction scanner. The problem with this scanner is it's slow, and I have really poor control over how the document turns out. I'm hoping this will give me a far better and easier and faster way to digitize documents and at least get them into a format that I can convert into PDFs. So the workflow thought process is shoot all the documents raw, pull the collection into a dedicated Lightroom library, apply color correction as needed, etc., and then from there crop it to where I've got my standard 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. Basically crop that down, and then from there export it out as 8-bit TIFFs, do the exposure and color correction and all that, so I have a really good looking crisp document, and then export that out as 8-bit TIFFs, and then or bitmaps, and then take that and pull it into Lightroom, and that'll allow me to scale it to where all of the documents are basically the same size, if you will, or close to the same size. So basically, yeah, that's kind of the idea at this point. I'll give it a try this weekend. Are you hungry? No, but you're eating your sandwich. Yeah, tasty. All right. Out and about, getting stuff done. Oof, apparently I'm not totally over the bug that I had earlier, because I just basically spent the rest of the afternoon sleeping. I went and ran my errands and got home and was feeling a little blah, so I laid down, and next thing I know, it's 5:30. Wow. Anyway, a couple of the things I got. I didn't do any recording while I was out simply because there was a lot of people, but I stopped by Radio Shack and picked up a little project enclosure along with a 2 1/8-inch stereo phono jacks and 2 momentary switches. The reason for this is a little weekend project where I will need to create a remote trigger for my SL1 as part of this project where I'm setting up a thing to digitize documents, and so I need a reliable way to remotely trigger the camera. So basically what this will boil down to is I'll take a stereo 3.5 millimeter cable, and I already have an adapter to go from the 3.5 millimeter to the custom little 3/32 or whatever it is stereo adapter into the remote trigger on most Canon that are used on most Canon cameras. So I'll take that and basically create a little box here that's got the two buttons, one for focus, one for trigger, and that way that allows me to use any length cable I want, and I'm not stuck with the remote trigger cable that typically I don't have it here, but I have another remote trigger cable, but the cable's only like 1.5 feet long. It's way too short. So this will allow me to use a much longer cable, which will be good. So at any rate, I need to assemble that still this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it today or not, because I am leaving the house to go pick up some food, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Oh.
We're in the car. We're going to where? Where are we going? We're going to Panda Express to get some dinner.
Hey.
Yummy,
Dad,
yummy.
Dad.
What?
Say bait.
Yeah? All right. Well, let's go to Panda Express. The Panda Express run is complete.
Pete.
Let's go eat. Yummy, yummy.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy dinner. Alright, I gotta make a quick run to the store and get a couple of things, and then be back home. Okay, here is my experimental document digitization. There's the template I'm going to use, and camera, and light. The ceiling is white, so the flash is pointed up at the ceiling, and basically turns the ceiling into one big giant light source. Alright, that'll do it for this evening. My experiment at document digitization has paid off. I am able to fairly rapidly digitize documents at little over 300 DPI, which is not bad. So pretty cool. Definitely have a little more experimentation to do. I have a friend coming over who's got some really old stamps that he wants to digitize using this new method, just to see what kind of resolution can be had. So definitely be looking into that to see, what can be done in terms of attempting to, get something pretty good looking. So should be pretty interesting. Definitely will be trying some stuff out over the weekend. See you tomorrow.